place, those people are put in jail. Don't tell me about freedom when we got people that are being denied basic rights, and when you got a Department of Justice that's just completely out of control, and that they are arresting political opponents of Joe Biden. So, we've gone through this history where we're the light, all these other people are the dark, we're the good, they're the evil, and it's a lie. It's much more complicated than that. There's good and evil on both sides, and I'm not trying to pretend that the Soviet Union was not guilty of some horrendous excesses. One of their main problems was they were structured and organized to serve the interests of a one-party state. Well, guess what's happening in the United States? We've got the equivalent of a one-party state. It's just they put on different clothes. They call them Democrats and Republicans, but it's a one-party state, man. If you don't play by their rules, you don't get to play. And part of that rule making is we've got lots of lobbyists. They populate that K Street corridor there in Washington D.C. And these guys they go out and they get paid by U.S. corporations and foreign corporations to go up to the Hill and convince members of Congress to pass a bill that will serve the interests of those corporations. Well, how do they get that kind of influence? Well, they carry around bags of money. Because those members of Congress, boy, they are desperate to hang on to that job. It's a great job. You don't have to work hard. You get, $160,000 a year. Sweet. People have to speak to you respectfully, supposedly, and so here come these lobbyists. Man, they roll the cash out into their pockets, and then these people happily go along. Well, it's a corrupt system, and as a result of that corruption, we've seen the U.S. Defense budget. It increases every year, regardless of what the threat is. Oh, the threat's really bad now. Man, we got to put some more money in. And when you look at what we're paying compared to what the Russians or the Chinese do, that's Russia and China combined, they spend 2/3 less than what we spend on defense. I mean, think about that. And yet, we're gonna go out and fight them. It's crazy. It's utter madness. This is really all about coming up with a justification to keep pumping money into the system, so it'll spend the money out into this military-industrial complex. President Eisenhower, General Eisenhower, was right when he warned about this, and I think it's come to pass in ways far worse than he even imagined.